Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Nthabi and welcome to the place where we have fun and do fun things. And if that's something that you're interested in doing, please click that subscribe button down below and join in on the fun. You know what I mean? Anyway, so welcome back to it, guys. We're back with another episode of the review of The Wife on Showmax. So this time around we're reviewing episodes 16 to 19. And like I said last week, guys, we're on this roller coaster. We're on it. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense. But we're committed. And we're on it till the wheels fall off. Or till the end of it. You know what I mean? So if you're interested in finding out my thoughts and what was going on in my mind during watching these episodes, please stay tuned. Okay guys, let's get into it, okay? So in episode 16, first and foremost, the Zulu boys are up again. They bought a new beautiful house. It's massive, it's beautiful, it's an upgrade. They are really up. You know, when that house burned down, now I wasn't sure about like their living situations, what was gonna happen. But it's good to see that the boys are up again, okay? And better than ever, back like we never left, that sort of stuff. Remember when I told you guys that a couple of videos ago that Shlomo was actually going to find out about her beloved Mqhele's extracurricular activities through her job and not necessarily because he confessed? Well. The day is closer than we think, because we saw in a boardroom meeting one Ntontoni that they're actually very close. It's even getting uncomfortable how close they are to actually figuring out who is behind the heist. So yeah, that's something to look out for, because it happens actually during these 3 episodes. Anyway, so also another thing that happened was the Zulu boys' inside man in the SAPS, the unscrupulous Ngoba, actually recognized Shlomo at the police station as she was doing her investigations with the constable. And I mean, this guy is the sloppiest inside man I've ever witnessed in my entire life on television. Like, he's bad. Like, he's bad at his job. He's bad at his police job, and he's bad at being like an inside man. Like, he's the sloppiest of all time, and I just don't understand for the life of me why Nkosana trusts him so much, or rather why he chose him. Like, he's a dirty cop, sure, and dirty cops are not the most careful, but you would expect Nyana a little more pizzazz, you know, a little more something. This guy just doesn't have anything, okay? But it's whatever, it's fine. So he recognizes Shlomo at the police station, and then further tells Nkosana that he recognized Shlomo at the police station, busy digging around, you know, that investigation about the heist and stuff. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, which means if she's living here and she's your brother's girlfriend or fiance, whatever you said, it means that she knows what is happening because she's right under your noses. And then obviously Nkosana, you know, calls the brothers up to the balcony, baby. Now we're in balconies, okay? So he calls them up to the balcony, you know, to have a quick meeting about what to do next, because old girl is finna mess up the operation. She is hot on their trail, and it's just not looking good. So basically Nkosana then tells Mqhele, listen dude, you haven't lobola this girl. She's still technically your girlfriend, so gotta cut her loose, you know. You have to break up with her, otherwise, you know, our whole operation is in jeopardy. And obviously, I mean, we all knew that Mqhele was going to react that way. He was going to be hot-headed about it. He was not gonna buy it. He was not gonna be for it, because I can technically Shlomo is his life, you know. He's uzmisele ngaye ufuna ukumshada. You know what I mean? Guys, come on, give me props for my Zulu. What? But yeah, like, basically he's serious about her. Like, this is the mother of his children. This is his life. This is his legacy. This is everything. This is the entire world in this girl. So obviously he's not gonna let her go. And he's not gonna let her go. So I mean, that went without saying that he was not gonna go for it. So then they were like, so what are you gonna do about it then? Like, how are you gonna solve this? Like, what are you gonna do about the fact that your girlfriend basically wants to expose us and is freaking close to doing it? And then he's like, no, I'll handle it. But yet again, we all know Nkale is incapable of handling anything with Shlomo, because he thinks with other body parts when it comes to Shlomo and not with this. And get your man out of the gutter, because I could be talking about his heart or other things in nether regions. We don't know. But we know for one thing, it has nothing to do with logic or intelligence or strategic thinking with Nkale and Shlomo, you know. So he says, nah, I'll handle it. And then Ngoba's like, we all know he's not going to do that, guys. Let's just handle it ourselves. And you know what? Valid, Ngoba. Valid. I'm with you on that one. Because we all know this guy doesn't think straight when it comes to Shlomo. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Anyway, then we get to episode 17, right? Firstly, like I said, we all knew Nkale wasn't going to be able to handle anything with sorting out this issue that they have with Shlomo getting her basically off their tracks, right? Or off their trail, so to speak. But also, dude, like, he went and used the lousiest tactic in the book of lousy tactics. And that is to tell her to quit her job, because now she's gonna be, you know, family woman, his wife. It's like, dude, there wasn't even thought that went into that. And you could see in the way that he even brought it up, you could see that there was no planning that went into that. It was just something that he thought of on the spot and was like, yeah, that is a perfect idea, and she'll go for it. What? No, she won't. She's headstrong, she's smart, she's intelligent, she's a journalist, which generally she's a curious person. So you're not gonna just throw wool over her eyes and then she's just gonna buy it. So that was lousy. Like, for him to use that kind of tactic was very lousy, and like obviously blew up in his face, and he had egg all over his face, and serves him right, because do better. Anyway, I'm sure Kawe would have done a much greater job of convincing her otherwise, because as we all know, Kawe is the strategist in the family. So you can tell that also Mkele is a hothead, but not a hothead like Ngoba, but also like he has that thing Hana, so which annoys me really. Hey, talking about Ngoba. Their relationship dynamic with Mandisa is my favorite thing to watch. I don't want to lie to you guys. Honestly, Mandisa has a point. I always say, like, these people like misread Mandisa and stuff, but she has some really good points. Like this one, for instance, Hore. Ngoba abamoni kwabo, like his brothers abamoni at all. They do not see that guy. Like, they don't recognize him. They don't recognize, like, if it's not muscle, they don't recognize his contributions or whatever. Like, mainly also I think it's because he's a hothead and he's impulsive. But they don't listen to him, which is why I say abamoni. They don't listen to him. They don't take what he has to say seriously, which is sad considering he's the second oldest. So they should give him more respect. But also, does Ngoba command respect also? I hate to say it. But also, like, why did Mandisa have to rub it in? Like, you said it once, ababoni. And then you want to rub it in by saying that you're a fly in milk. You're like a fly in milk. Like, was that absolutely necessary? And then she goes on to pour more fuel to the fire. Arya, if when you're afraid of your brothers, I'm not. Like, what? And then, like, they show you. Like, guys, Ngoba le Mantisa are iconic because 1 minute they're really agreeing, they're on the same page, in the same book, and then all it takes is like 1 second and 1 word, and then now they're fighting like cat and dog. Like, what the hell? That set off the whole, if you are afraid of them, I'm not, that set off Ngoba, bruh. Like, he was like, hi man, kawi me now. Yeah, they're always fighting. It's either they are very deep in love or they are fighting. It's a very hangene relationship, that one. I don't wanna lie. Another thing about episode 17 that I didn't like, Nkosana is causing division amongst his brothers, and I don't like it. It's not cute. It's not wise. It's not nice. Like, he shouldn't be doing that. Especially if he's constantly preaching about unity and sticking together and being together and basically looking out for each other. He shouldn't be the one instigating the division. And he did that by, like, with that whole money thing, where he's like, the last job we did is going towards us raising 80 million rand. Nobody's getting a cut. Sure, cool, beans, fine, whatever. Everybody wasn't happy with it, but they were like, okay, cool. Since you're the big brother, you know what you're doing. Like, we trust you. We'll let it go. And then he comes back and gives Mkele like a whole bag of money, whereas he just told everyone that nobody's getting a share, and says on top of that, to add fuel to the fire, he says that no, this comes from all of us. That time nobody consented to give him Mkele money. I felt for like everyone else in that situation. And also I hate the fact that Mkele is not making it any easier on him. Like, already you're not the favorite. You are Nkosana's favorite, sure, but you're not the favorite among the rest of your brothers, because they know you're a hothead, you beat women, and like, watella, simply put, watella, right? And then you want to put salt in that also by just being a complete teeth head, you know what I mean? Like, no, I hate it. Oh, then at the end of the episode, of episode 17, this time he did a better job of lying to Shlomo, because Shlomo and Kera found like some substance in the garage that we are all assuming is what they used to make the bombs, or rather the explosives. And she asked Nkela about it, and he lied so smooth on some, it's for the garden, didn't even look her in the eye, was busy on his phone. And I was like, so I see you're getting better at this. And he didn't flinch, he didn't breathe funny, his breathing was constant, he was calm. It's as though he had prepared in his mind, you know. He was lying like an expert now. He was lying like a professional. And I was just like, interesting. But anyway, moving on to episode 18. The wedding. The wedding, guys. It actually happens this time around. So, I found the moment between Nkosana and Mkele so sweet, so endearing. When he was busy helping him dress up, you know, straighten out on some, you know what, look at how handsome you look. Uribulete minyako, you know, our parents must be really proud and happy about this wherever that they are. We're really proud of you, Nthabi Ndala. You did us proud, you know, even though it was supposed to be me and Ngoba that led the way, but you opened the door for us. And I was like, oh, this is so sweet. And then Ngoba with that was like, yeah, hopefully you haven't even laid a hand on her, or hopefully you don't lay a hand on her. And he's like, fuck off. And I'm like, I love that about Ngoba. Always bringing us back to reality and making sure that we see Mkele for who he really is, and not what he's trying to portray himself to be, but the monster that he really is. Yes, a monster, guys. I'm still not over it. Okay? Like, Honano, if I can be honest with you, Mkele annoys me. He really annoys me. Oh my god. Anyway, so I just want to say Shlomo is wiling. Number one, like, she is wiling. why do you have the emotional capacity to still be in journalist mode on your wedding day when you should be getting dressed? I get it, you chose this life. You chose this life. I get it. Granted, you didn't know the full extent of what you were choosing, but you chose this life, right? Now you're busy being entertained on your wedding day, busy asking questions, being curious. What's again? You deserve it. Actually, you deserve the information that you found out. Because why are you doing that? Why? Why are you being that person? Hi, guys. Fine. She notices a guy that she suspects to be the finger, and then now everything starts coming together for her. Calls the constable, asks about who was the guy that was arrested. Actually finds out later that it's Mpande. Then all the dots connect on your wedding day when you should be wearing a wedding dress. And then she locks it. Also, before I even mention that part, the writers are wiling. They are wiling now. We're not kids, so don't do that. Don't do that ever again. Guys, the CCTV footage, yeah, that she asked for, where they were like, no, they were wearing palatlavas, whatever. First and foremost, let's just put it out there that heist, if it's the heist where the fingerprints were found on the number plate that were Mpande's, it was the heist that happened after their first ice cream date. I get it. We all know that. And then on the CCTV footage, we see Mkele wearing the watch that Hlomu gave him. And then now she starts crying because she realizes that was Mkele. But these people, like, we're not kids, bruh. Because the watch, how can he be wearing a watch he got in the future in the past? Like, please, make it make sense. Because it's not making sense to me. Why are you doing that? You can tell that CCTV footage situation was an afterthought on the production. Okay, maybe let me not say the writers only, but the production. Because I don't like that. Kuza saying you're doing a great job, but now you're making me look bad. Because now you're making us look like kids, as if we don't see, as if we don't pay attention, as if we don't pay attention to detail, to these things. We are watching faithfully so. And when we notice details like that are wonky, I am not happy. So please, get your acts together, people. Get your acts together. But yeah, everybody's just wiling in this episode, and I don't like it. So my thing is, the reason why I say Hlomu is wiling. So the thing that breaks, like the stick that breaks the camel's back is not the fact that your beloved Nkele is an abuser, but rather that he's a thief. So, like, when it comes to moral code, thief over abuser. Interesting. But that's fine, though. To each their own. You know what I mean? So, also, I wanted to say, Mkhala ujesa team ya kuhabo like nobody's business. This is another reason why Mkhala annoys me. Ujesa team ya kuhabo like nobody's business. How do you confess that Libertadi heist on your wedding day, hoping that your soon-to-be wife doesn't leave you at the altar? Diman anahani, guys, like anahani. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't think. Which is why I say unahana ka di other body parts and not kai. Because which is a team ya kuhabo. And then now there was a showdown where the brothers had to come in and intervene. Well, not really intervene, but they came in to check what was wrong, why, like, Hosaira Leselo. And then Khale's like, she knows. And they're like, knows what? And then Hlomu's on her high horse, you know, telling everybody about, you know, how do you sleep at night, knowing what you do. Maranoi, just that thing again. But then we'll forgive you because you didn't know how you were eating blood money. So, I guess. You know what I mean. But also, Hlomu annoying because for me, she seems so, like, holier than thou, self-righteous. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, she's giving a lot of self-righteous, and I hate it, especially in that moment. But then it is what it is. Like, let me not be on the side of crime, but I can hear myself, I'm on the side of crime, and I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to be an upstanding citizen of Saura. So let me not be on the side of crime. I do not condone crime, guys. Don't do heists. But like, she was giving a lot of self-righteous at that point, and then Ngoba was like over it, guys. Like, he was ready to blow her brains out. That's how scary that moment was. And then obviously Lisambulo was on, obviously, I mean, the hero Wema in front of the fiance and points the gun at Ngoba, and then Sambulo points the gun at Mkhele on some, you guys said we must look out for one another. That's merely what we're doing. We're trying to do, like, what's gonna happen to the kids if this woman sends us to jail? And then, like, Nthabi Ndala is trying to, like, calm the situation, but nothing is happening until Kawe is like, "King, king!" to the voice. And I'm like, I know who my king is. Coming through with the voice of reason. Because then he was like, nah, you guys know we don't kill women, number one. Number two, because obviously Ngoba was trying to fight it. And then he's like, bruh, a man with no principles is not a man. And I'm like, yes, king. And then obviously that whole showdown was interrupted by the child coming through and running. Unfortunately, you know, seeing all of that nonsense. And then that's when they broke out. And then obviously now we thought, Shlomo is still not gonna marry him. She walked down the aisle, guys. After all of that, she still walked down the aisle. She chose her hill. And she's gonna step beside him. Na aginya go bolela maka, guys. Na Shlomo wa mbora. Shlomo le Mkhele ba mbora, and mara ba mbora in different ways. Mara ba mbora. Ba mbora, like bamborile misuba, I don't wanna lie. She still walked down the aisle. We knew she was gonna do it. We knew they were gonna get married, guys. I know, but it doesn't make the blow any easier to handle. She still walked down the aisle. And then she convinced herself that she chose that the first day she got into his taxi. Which I don't like, because it's giving, I can't change my mind. It's giving, I don't have a choice. It's giving Ketile Ketile, whereas she still had a chance to be like, actually no, I'm Ketang. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. It was a very entertaining 3 episodes, I must say. But really, like, I am over Shlomo and Mkhele and their nonsense. But I'm gonna still keep on watching and still give you my opinions about it. So I hope you don't mind. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Like, I really enjoy also conversing with you guys in the comments when you tell me about, like, stuff I missed, or your opinion on things, or what you think should happen next, or what you think happened, or what you like about the show in general. So please keep those comments coming. I absolutely enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments section. But otherwise, until next week, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.